Two. Yes, hello and welcome to news. There's my old hero right up there, Ronald Reagan, an Irishman. You gotta like him. I was talking about Jussie Smollette. I remembered his name, Jussie Smollette, the guy who hoaxed his own. He hoaxed his own racist attack. I'm gonna stage one of my own, by the way. I'm gonna be attacked by some Polish people or maybe some Mexicans. I'm not sure who I'm gonna blame, but somebody is gonna attack me, and I'm gonna pay him off. And so don't worry too much. I had an episode last night, by the way. It was a scare. It was just apparently just gas in the chest area, but I thought I was having a coronary. Went and checked into the doctor today, and they said you just so I'm fine. I don't know if that's good news for some of you or bad news. So Jussie Smollette, Don Lemon is the Jussie Smollette. I'm gonna try to get some gray. They get the gray out of this beard, but you have to accept it at some point. You're getting older, right? So don't act like you're not, okay? Don't act like you're not getting older out there. You're getting older too. Jesus was 33 when he died on the cross. Isn't that something? I mean, wow. We've every day is a gift. What do they say? Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. I know, so deep. So, Jussie Smollette. Don Lemon is the Jussie Smollette of cable news. He's the Jussie Smollette of cable news. The guy is a pretentious liar. I don't like you. It's not a matter of liking a person because of their skin color. The bottom line is the guy's just a big fat liar. And you can't use the word fat these days. So he's just a big liar. Maybe I can't use the word big. He's a very large liar. I don't know. My point being is you could be pink or polka dot. Purple. I don't care. If you're a just a brazen fool and spout off things that aren't true, then that's not worthy of people gaining people's respect. Now, did Donald Trump have his issues? Of course. Who doesn't? I mean, that the media never cut him any slack. Let's be honest. You're never going to be cut slack as a Republican going into D.C. D.C., that town is 92% Democrats. They should change. It's amazing you don't get poison going there as a Republican. It's amazing that you don't get mugged walking the streets because, of course, the Secret Service, but the town is a bastion of Democrats. So they're always going to be against the Republican every time. It doesn't matter who you are. Guaranteed, you're Hitler if you're a Republican and you go to Washington, D.C. Just mark it down. They're going to put a swastika on your forehead so fast. It's just part of the game, man. They did it to Ronnie. They did it ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS. That was all there was back then. These kids don't realize it. That's all there was. And they would smart off about him all the time. But, he took it in stride, right? He had a great sense of humor. I loved Ronnie. Ronnie was my hero. Trump, has some good traits. And he has some bad traits. He's not as empathetic as Reagan was, but he wasn't not as a great leader as Reagan was, I think, personally. But I like Trump. I like a lot of things about Trump. I think he has a lot of good traits. He looks out. If he believes something, he goes after it, and I like that. People respect that. Um, did he always go about it the right way? Of course not. Do you always go about it the right way? Of course not. These people are so pretentious. They act like they're perfect, and each one of them have their foibles. Cut the guy a little bit of slack, let him do his job. Put out some nice stories about him. The first thing they got is Joe Biden saying, "Oh, those lights look like the arms of Joe Biden coming out from the Washington Monument." Man, they never they would have said that about Trump. They would have never heard the end of it. Fox News would have been off the. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's it from this segment of news from the center of the universe. I don't know if there was much news. There was more opinion, but hey, that's what news is these days, right? Subjective reality. All right. All right. Have a great afternoon. That's it for Friday, January 22nd. Have a great weekend.